All right, we are back. Today is
Playing with.
so now, not today. Now is Nalco versus sadly it's Bradley on Maginot.
No, what do you mean? Sadly, it's Bradle.
Everything is ready, so we're gonna kick it off. We're gonna get this going.
Oh shit! Stream is going for.
All right.
All right, so we got Nako back to his at the plane guy. Crap.
Von Ritter versus
Von Ritter.
Gallon.
Yeah. So most likely Nako's gonna try to push to do this slow build and then pull out with some anti-tank guns, and I think that's where you win.
Bradley just putting his face into Nalco's garage to see what he spawns, so we can determine what unit he is or what division he is. No one has actually spawned anything other than troops.
Honestly, no offense to Nako, but I'm 100% putting my.
Nalco has spent all his money on unlocks. He's all the way up to tier 3 already, and Bradley has spent all his money so far on troops.
Oh, we have sound! Yes! Alright, anyway. Bradley pushing with 17,000 infantry. And there's, he's gonna try to probably take early map control. I'm thinking one of these guys definitely is gonna try to put some artillery on the north side, because that's such a great outlook. And I low-key kind of wish we didn't have sound now, because planes are droning.
All right, call it right now. How long do you think this map's going to take? I got 20 minutes.
I'm gonna go with a 25 to 30.
Okay.
I think Bradley is a slow burn kind of player.
Tower, this is Hercules. Dropping cargo crate now.
Alright, well, both players getting unlocks very quickly, but Nakio has complete air control, which is exactly what you need when playing Von Ritter. Hopefully he's going to use that to just try to take down anything Bradley tries to set up. Bradley making the late unit push work. Or does he actually?
I don't know. He does.
That seems really weird.
Those heavy tanks, though, Bradley's pretty scary.
He just has to set them up in the right push and the right place. Such good control of the south lane that he can just do anything he wants with it. If he gets some anti-air moving in basically where that airdrop is, he can put some artillery, he can put some anti-air, and just take complete control of that section of the map. But Nakio making some easy strafing runs, completely cutting down Bradley's infantry. He's barely even supporting it.
Bradley is he's spawning those heavy, what do you call them, rocket troops. So he's pushing both lanes with rocket troops? No, he's pushing all I don't know what side that is, but he's pushing one lane with rocket troops. Although the plane strafe is pretty devastating.
Yeah, every single time nobody makes it past it. Looks like Nakio is going to be putting the machine gun thing onto that airdrop. Hopefully he's going to take control of it.
That's a half track.
Oh yeah, that's a half. I need to learn units, dude. I need to.
You know, so I've played Von Ritter and Nichols on this, and having the early planes to manage the infantry and like the strafing runs and everything was great. But the farther on it got, the harder it got for me to deal with anti-air and tank columns.
And to be honest, I'm surprised Bradley's not going with his tied and true nickels. Because those P-38s, when you get them going, they destroy anything you want them to.
I think it's because he knows that Nalco likes to play air divisions, and I don't think he wanted to fight air with air.
Nah, that's a good point. Not sure how he's going to fight this complete air control. Sending one fighter in, not baiting that fighter's dead. There's no way it's doing anything. Anyway, Bradley saving up. Seems like he's really starting to get those those tank guns, those heavy tank guns, whatever the crap they're called. Trying to push him in. Hopefully going to try to take some ground control back. But he's got to put an anti-air or something. Because the amount of planes... this guy has 15 planes in the air, and Bradley has none. There's nothing he can do.
Yeah, but that's a lot of tank. And he's trying to hide them. You see how he has them all stacked up right there with the...
Like,
spawns?
it's working in my defense, because I didn't see him. I was looking for him.
And here's what Nalco is, or here's what he's afraid of. This Nalco using these heavy bombers and like sending them in, taking a shot in the base, and then backing out before they get hit with AA. He has this really good micro with the attack bombers.
Anyway, it looks like he sends something into the base, some kind of plane. That's really weird.
Yeah, but if you watch it, he pulls them back fast enough that they get the shot off and then fail.
Yeah, he's just taking care of those anti-tank. But I think that's his plan, trying to take control of those anti-tank ones before they even. But Bradley, once again, being that slow kind of burn player, if you notice, while he's distracted with the base, he's slowly starting to take control of the north side of the map. Those strafing ones are going to be a pain to deal with, but if he pushes an anti-air up there and an artillery, he could easily take control there. I'm surprised neither player is. And that anti-air getting sniped, showing why Von Ritter is a viable character.
Yeah, I think this is actually Nalco's preferred division.
Yeah. And this drone from the fighters is overwhelming.
Look at that just aerial ball of death. Look how many fighters there are. 16 fighters, 3 heavy fighters.
I don't think there's any way on Earth Bradley gets air control here. I don't think it's physically possible.
Henschels, that's what they're called. The Henschels are the heavy fighters that he's using to attack the base.
Anyway, it looks like he's just trying to create an opportunity. Nako's trying to kind of set up like a retreat line at mid, which is pretty smart. I'm surprised neither's setting up a or anything. Again, that's the only strategy I know, so it might not be the best one here. Anyway, it seems like all of it's at basic air. But no, Bradley pushing up with the anti-tanks. He's finally got a little push going. Let's see if he can make something of it. The important thing is that anti-air doesn't die here, because the minute he doesn't have anti, everything he built just goes up in flames.
Yeah, the good thing about his his heavy tanks or anti-tanks or whatever you call them, they can shoot across all of these gaps. So it's just sitting here taking pot shots at all these tanks sitting out in the mid.
And he's probably going to take these tanks and just take back control of the little mid section, which is really smart.
He's just got to worry about that Henschel snap that Nalco has.
As long as he supports this stuff with anti, should be fine. But I mean, he lost the ability to fighter screen a long time. Or did he actually? Nalco, oh nope, still has 15 planes. I lied. I think he just builds up. I think he gets, whenever he gets a cargo drop or anything, which is about to happen actually, I think he just puts down some planes and tries to take back that air superiority. Because the way you counter in the entirety of Von Ritter is just more air than he does. But anyway, as you can see, Bradley's infantry early game is really paying off. He's actually he might get some damage on those towers soon.
Nalco's half-track is taking a tank to the face and not even flinching.
Bradley's kind of push mid. Didn't quite work, but he doesn't even care. He's still going down that lane, trying to take out that anti-air, proving so deadly. Those half tracks getting clapped the minute they get in there.
Yeah, this is a good tank column here. He needs to keep them all together, though. 2 tanks ran ahead while the rest got distracted. And now he's getting cut off in the middle.
Those half pipes, man. That was a great push. But those half pipes are just going to, or those half tracks, whatever the crap they're called, are just going to completely stop him from doing anything. That anti-air is dead. Oh, no, it's not. I lied. He's got a tank, a heavy tank, which is getting shot from all angles. There's nothing he can do.
Tank destroyer. That's what those are called. Tank destroyers.
Oh, yeah.
But it goes down to a set of half tracks.
Yeah, wow. Half tracks proving that they truly are a counter to all ground units. Not really, I lied. But Bradley had a really great thing going. He just needs a way to those half tracks. And I think how he does that is a little bit of artillery. He puts some artillery behind that little column. Anti-air. As you can see, that little those half tracks, nothing to do. He's still going for it.
They've got that
And it's
speed,
working.
and those tank destroyers have a slow rate of fire. And can only fire shooting forward. They're not as good as an anti-tank gun that can fire in multiple directions.
Yeah. It still gets the job done, though.
They can
That
fire
has just
in
a
retreat,
little
which
bit
is
of health.
nice.
Wow. And
And
what's
it's
going
gone.
on north side, both players just kind of completely forgot about this. I think this is a great time to make a push over here.
There's that airdrop coming. North side.
Akio proving that he really does not third division. Or fourth division, or fourth tier upgrade. He hasn't gone for it ever. Anyway, he's gonna get that money. Let's see what he does with it. Anyway, that infantry just pushing down, trying to do a little bit of damage on that tower, on those towers. Bradley really needs to capitalize on this.
He's sending his favorite combo. He's got a tank and a tank destroyer just cruising up the lane.
And an anti-air.
Oh, yep, anti-air too.
Because, I mean, you can't play against Von Ritter and not at least try to do some anti-air.
A tank destroyer shooting at the half track in mid, takes it down, and then continues on its way.
Bradley just keeping up constant pressure, dude. I'm not sure how he's doing it, but
More
he
fighters
just
coming out.
constantly gets money. Oh my gosh, 12 fighters on the field at once.
And those 2 Henschels targeting the tank destroyer are going to put some hurt on it very quickly.
Still, these towers are going down. Nakio has no infrastructure base. If Bradley, there's a tank coming. Once again, both players, first use of artillery in the game, actually.
Yep.
Very
Using
surprising.
Using it to plug the lanes.
It might not be enough. It's already at half health. If he brings some more tank destroyers, some more of that stuff, he might just make it into his base.
Yeah, how do you feel about that, chat? Sending a tank destroyer to take down 1 tower, is that a worthwhile investment? Because I feel like it's not.
I mean, I don't know. If you bring it with some infantry and an anti-air to stop anything else, I think it's worth it. Because once you get rid of that tower, you can start aiming for the base. And once again, Nakio has nothing in base except for 1 artillery unit.
And here comes another stack. Bradley's just got this down. He's got tank destroyer, tank. Put the tank destroyer in front and put the tank and the AA behind it so that they stay behind it because they're slower. Or they're faster, but they get jammed by it.
Something I think that Bradley could benefit from is adding a little bit of artillery in that push. Just 1 artillery could make it so stuff over walls doesn't completely destroy all of his pushes.
That is true. We could also take out units ahead of it so that the line doesn't keep getting stopped taking out artillery or infantry. It just keeps shooting. That tank, however, I think he had it macroed to the base, and they both go down. Tank goes down, tank destroyer goes down. He's trying to use this tank to take out this half track.
Oh, and by the way, chat, this is coming up on 15 minutes, so we're gonna see how well this goes. And by the way, Photo Engineer says that a tank just if the tower is defended. Anyway, Brad hasn't quite put another stack out. It keeps pushing with artillery. Once again, both players are completely ignoring the north side of the map. I'm not sure if it's because it's too protected or it's not putting the investment in, but the south side is seeing all the action right now.
I think it's more of the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
Yeah, and especially if he's using long range, he's gonna want. That one bazooka trying to make the dream work.
You know, chat brings up a good point. This is the most HEG favored map out of all of them, and neither player is using Beaumont to get that HEG. Also, no one's using that middle bridge.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, nobody's. It seems like the only thing getting any action is this, and the north side just kind of got set up, and nobody's doing anything with it. I think Bradley needs to take some control of mid just to make it so Nakio has more stuff to deal with.
So many planes, though.
Yeah, I think what's really going badly. Oh wow, I'm a poet apparently. Is he needed to get out some bombers because that's a really, really strong part of what makes Galland good.
He does have a bomber out.
He does? Oh no, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
What? No, he doesn't.
Is that not what that giant one is?
No. I'm talking about Bradley using his bomber.
Bradley.
But however, he's stacking these pushes, the half pipe trying to make it work. And it does. Just about. Maybe it does. Who knows at this point? I honestly don't. There's too many explosions. I can't see anything.
Let's see. Is this bomber on Naoko's side even being utilized? Or is it just hanging out?
I think it's hanging out ready for its opportunity. Bradley's still making that same stack. It seems to work for him, but Nakio is starting to defend that like there's no tomorrow.
Naoko's air control is pretty impressive. He keeps flicking those spiders back.
Sees a half pipe coming up, the half tire, whatever.
Call it a half pipe again, Tony Hawk.
I don't know why I'm calling it half pipe. Someone please help.
Base shots coming out. Wow, now look at the net worth difference here. 250 for Naoko, and he's got a V2 coming out, where Bradley only has 108.
And yet he's still making it work. Bradley isn't having a whole lot of issues. Like he's not winning this flank, but he's not losing it. And it looks like you got some tanks actually utilizing the other bridge. Managed to make it out. Let's see if he pushes up into the mid, tries to flank some of that.
Does have a half track or a jeep coming at him?
Half
track. Yep.
Yep. I think the good counter for KO is artillery up on the north side of the map. Especially because he has complete control of it. He puts an artillery there. He really kind of makes it hard for Bradley to push into mid. Photo engineer commenting on that lag. I agree.
Yeah, it's been happening all day. I don't really understand it.
It's cause bad game. Developers, please fix. Anyway, tanks are pushing down that lane. Bradley taking control of it once again. He lost solid like 5 seconds and then immediately took control of it.
I don't know if you have control when there's a heavy bomber overhead.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think you ever really have.
Here comes the heavy bomber.
Whee! And it took out one tank.
And it
not
goes
not
down.
bad, but definitely not the investment that you wanted from that.
Oh man, these planes are freaking out now. So what do we have? We have 3 Henschels, 9 fighters, no heavy bombers.
Ooh, that artillery, man. That artillery. It's just killing them.
Bradley's
can
got a
take out-
tank all the way in the base. He's microed it. He's sending tanks directly at the base. If you look at that line that he just put out.
Oh, wow. That's really smart. That way it doesn't stop for anything. It just goes for it.
Yeah, that also means it doesn't defend itself. It just goes
Well, I mean, if you
directly for the
send
target.
one with it. Well, Nakio really does have air control. I'd say he's not using it amazingly, but I think this artillery would be ridiculous if he didn't have the air control to fix it. That anti-air, hopefully, might make it so it's a little harder for him to, you know, wipe the floor with his air. I mean, Bradley's got 1 fighter, and I don't even know where it.
And Nalco has picked up every single loot crate so far, and the next one's dropping. Let's see if he gets it as well.
Looks like it's going, no, north side. There's no way on earth Bradley's getting that. Bradley still just has complete control of that south side. He saw what he wanted, and he has not given it up. Also, I would like to mention that it has been 21 minutes, so technically, at the moment, I am correct.
Yep, I lost that bet.
Nerd. Anyway, Bradley not putting any anti-air, and if we can ever get past this lag spike, Nakio taking control of it by just sniping down that tank. We good? Final assault?
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, we jumped from 16 viewers to 30 viewers.
I believe that's because VRML 1 is done.
And anyway, they're still pushing on that south side. Infantry pushing into that. That tank is trying to take control of mid, but Nakio is taking control of that.
Oh man, these lag spikes are crazy right now.
I know, dude. Oh my gosh.
And it really affects your Nalco's micro of the planes when that happens.
I feel like that's really hard to recover from, because, I mean, you might... stops. Anyway, but you can definitely see how hard Bradley is pushing this in. Compared to Nakio's 34, he has 72 with 8 guys with RPGs.
Wait, you're seeing 72 infantry?
I'm seeing 88 now. 90, 91?
I'm at 67. For Bradley?
Bradley, I'm seeing, like, literally 100.
On infantry or combined? Because I'm not seeing that.
Combined. It went down. Now it's at about 90 combined.
No.
It's weird. Anyway, that artillery, Bradley's gonna have to do something about that artillery, because it's been there the entire game, and every single he can't get past it. If he had an ounce of air control, that's probably where he would try to I don't know what Bradley's doing, sending in these one single fighters. It might be a decoy to try to push them into anti-air. It might be something, but
Here's another set of tank columns. Tank destroyer stopping early to take some shots, but these 2 tanks are pushing the lane.
every single and he's got that tank waiting for anything. Absolutely demolished by this artillery. Still, the only artillery that has been placed in the game, which is kind of crazy. Tanks might actually get some damage on this tower. Might take
Yeah,
it down.
Tower's looking like it's gonna go.
Actually, no. I think that. Yeah, no, it's not going to get it. No, wait, it might. No, it's close though. It's close.
It's close.
Oh my gosh! If you look at net
This
worth,
net worth discrepancy
Yeah.
here, 227 to 51.
my God,
If
and
Nalco
Bradley
actually
is
had
still
something
winning.
that could like do damage to a base right now, he'd be set. Sending that heavy bomber in to do some bombing runs is gonna cost him. That's going down.
I'm surprised he's not using better. He has he has a half track and a tank on the side waiting for anything on that bridge, but they're not even being used in the slightest. Oh yeah. Thanks, Chad. I have definitely noticed that Bradley's making these pushes with artillery without any anti-air, which means has no anti-air.
Tower, this is Hercules. Dropping cargo crate now.
Let's
Once
see
again,
if
I
Nalco gets this
think
one.
the I think the right play for Bradley, as all people in the situation, Yay, aka the only play I know, build up a tank push, do artillery, push it in. Because he has great control, he just has to get rid of that artillery. But if he builds an anti-air and a tank like reservoir right around that, actually I don't know how expensive tanks are for Bradley. I don't think they're that expensive. I've noticed he hasn't been using any tank destroyers.
He's basically the German Beaumont, so they're cheaper.
Yeah. He hasn't been using any tank destroyers, which is weird. If he pushes 6 tanks, 2 destroyers, and an anti-air, he can get in the base and damage. If he does the artillery strike on that artillery. Or the V2 or whatever. Anyway, Bradley is getting those tanks. He's just trying to go for that tower. Oh, he's trying to get that tank, but they just don't have the range.
I think Bradley's just trying to clear out all these. Nalco has just placed random units throughout the map. I think Bradley's trying to clear them out because what happens is Bradley gets past them and then Nalco pulls them back in from behind and cuts them off.
Seems like I'm surprised neither of you players have used artillery strikes. He builds up a little bit of a reservoir, and then he nukes Bradley's troop trucks. He could really do some damage.
Yeah, both again. We're at that net worth discrepancy on the field. Over $100 difference.
I'm just amazed that Bradley is making it work so well with so little money.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see the facial expressions on the avatars change based on how many towers you had left. Because right now they both look super happy and they're like, "Oh, this is fine. I'm just gonna move this guy over here. I'm gonna move that guy over there. No big deal."
As you can see, I think Nakio is actually going to make a deal. If he can support it and somehow get past Bradley's 17,000 tanks he has waiting for him, he could probably do some damage. And we are approaching the 30-minute mark on this game, which means that I have to sit through another long game. Oh, come on, guys. I have stuff to do.
Yeah, but if this one's 30 minutes, then that means the next one's going to be 3, right?
Oh, yeah. No, the
That's how
next
that
one's going to
worked,
be like a solid 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Get some wolf, get some artillery in the base, and against, boom, you're dead.
Nalco taking number 10 on the airdrops.
Bradley's still not getting any.
I don't
and
think I've
somehow
been alive
supporting
that
this
long.
lane. I have no idea how he's supporting this lane with no money. Yeah, Sporks, I definitely agree with you. Nakio has a ton of units just sitting around. Bradley uses a lot more of them, but I mean, I guess they're kind of a retreat line, playing defense. I don't know.
I mean, once again, Nalco has a ton of units, but they're mostly planes.
Yeah.
And you can't do base damage with planes.
I mean, you can try, but it's not gonna go well.
Henschels, maybe, but fighters, no.
Oh, Heathen.
I
That's
like
a great
it.
idea.
I like that.
Yeah, I know. I like it. Put it in game suggestion. Anyway, Bradley still trying to support the south lane, or this. I don't know. He just doesn't have the resource. That net worth discrepancy finally starting to kick in, and it looks like he's actually pushing the north side.
Maybe he hopes he forgot about it.
He probably did, but as you can see, I mean, he's not looking at it, but he's gonna train real quick once some stuff starts going down there.
Two tanks, two AA, and a tank destroyer. Are they all going to move together? Or is this tank destroyer just going to watch all his buddies die?
Oh Jesus!
This one tank is going for it. Oh nope, he's getting pulled back. He made it all the way there just to run away and die.
Well, Bradley's. Oh Jesus! Oh, he's still pushing in. He's doing a decent job.
All right, this is the first time today we've seen over $300 on the field.
Oh wow, yeah. He has all the net worth in the world, just nothing to do with it. I think he's putting a little too much trust in his heir. Anyway, that tank might finally take out that... I think it's gonna happen. And that tower is dead. It's finally gone. That tank goes down, but Bradley has a wide open shot if he can just get that artillery. That artillery is the only thing stopping him. And as you can see, he's putting tanks directly onto the base. If he can support a good push, this could be it.
Yeah, timing that push so that they all get in together, but not grouped up so that artillery can damage them at the same time.
That's crucial.
Sending in two at a time. Here we go, two tanks. But, once again, Nalco's got 3 sniper planes, so they might not even make it there.
Still has 9 planes on the field. But they're all actually on the north side. Bradley has an interesting opportunity over here. He can save up. He might actually be able to get air control back. And once he starts using those bombers, it's all over.
Those tanks did not make it across the second bridge. Because the pushes aren't strong enough from Bradley.
Yeah, I agree here.
Maybe he needs to spend more on the rocket infantry. Yeah, the heavy infantry. He's only got one, yeah.
Yeah, he's only got 1, but it's not really doing anything. I mean, I feel like if he does that, then it's not great against soldiers. It's only great against armor, and no armor is in their path. It's just a bunch of soldiers, planes, and oh, I lied. He's pushing up a tank, and that artillery. I think Brad just needs to coordinate a push.
Nalco taking number 12 airdrop. Bradley not getting any.
And that net worth discrepancy still as strong as ever. And Nako's actually pushing in the half pipe. I don't think Bradley notices. That could be this could easily be a tower down.
There comes some plane counters, but that's gonna take a while.
I think he might make it. No, that tank gun.
Oh, that tank destroyer takes it down right before the tower goes down.
But Nako's building up a little infantry on that side. I think he gets some tanks in there. I think he really mess with Bradley's day.
Nalco could also move his spawn trucks up. He has basically full map control. He could move up into this north side on the ridge and have units spawn closer so that they hit the base faster.
Yeah, if he defends that bridge and doesn't let Brad, he could attack from both sides and very easily take him. This game definitely dragging. At least not quite what it was. My mic. At least it's not what it was last time with nobody even doing anything, you know?
Yeah, we've definitely got a good push on this one. It's not a standoff for 40 minutes. I mean, that was crazy, right? Like,
yeah, that was
nothing happened. They just sat there and stared at each other and kept killing and killing. I mean, that's what happens when you play the same division against each other. You're evenly matched, and then it's all about money and strategy.
Anyway, Bradley putting some infantry down to try to just defend against this onslaught of infantry. Oh wow, the infantry has different guns. I didn't notice that. There's like a sniper troop that comes. That's actually really cool. Alright, anyway, Bradley pushing up with some tank destroyers. I think this is Bradley might be able to take side advantage.
Yeah, so Nalco's only got one sniper plane ready to go. So these tank destroyers. Wait, where are the tank destroyers? I only see the tanks.
They're pushing up just around at the two bridges. I think they might try to take some pot shots over the
I gotcha.
over the trench, the divot, the whatever the crap
trench.
that is.
Trench is a good one.
Yeah.
Anyone from history remember what the Maginot Line is? Anybody? Anybody in chat? You get bonus points.
Infantry at a complete standstill here. But he's focusing on that lane, and Bradley doesn't notice it, which I don't think he's looking. That tower could go down. This has a sliver of health. Bradley's really focused on this south lane, but I mean, Naki's got like 3 tanks waiting for him. Actually, 2 tanks.
One tank making it into the base, taking shots at the troops though, not focusing base, not focusing artillery.
Bradley putting up the 2nd artillery unit in the game. That's crazy.
Finally spawning artillery. Man, yeah, that is crazy.
I don't know if it's not a good thing or something, but I feel like artillery, because it's so important to be able to shoot at people without line of sight.
Tower, this is Hercules. Dropping cargo crate now.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody's done any artillery or anything like that.
Yes, Hedonist, I believe that is right. It is the French defensive line. What it was. You are correct. If I remember my history correctly.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Pushing up with some tanks on this little on this north side. I just press F4 whenever I don't remember which
We've got
which
two
one's
tank
which.
destroyers hanging out, ready to go across the bridge, but... Oh, but there come the snipers.
Not good to take this up to a 40-minute game at this point and shows no sign of stopping it.
I can't
Not
remember what the
Kyoza's
longest game
fight.
we've had this season is. I feel like we had over an hour at some point.
Oh, wow. I can't stand a 40-minute game. I can't. Ooh, Heathenist putting us all to shame with his history knowledge. Anyway, once again, Nakio has this constant drone, which low-key is a little annoying. Can you, like, chill out with your fighters for 5 seconds, man? Alright, once again, Nakio has my... This seems to be a little bit of a trend we see coming from Nakio. He gets great map control, great pushes, but doesn't capitalize.
He's got a fairly decent ball of death at the gate with infantry.
But it's getting countered by the artillery.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
very surprised that nobody's nuking anything.
Cargo crate now.
Yeah, those tank destroyers just sitting there taking long pot shots down the lane. Not very effective against infantry for sure, but I mean, better than nothing. Now he's sending them to go take that half track out. This looks like a push. I see four tanks, 2 anti-air, and 2 tank destroyers.
Yeah, he has plenty of stuff here to try to support it. Oh, yeah, and 3 tanks up on the bridge. Might be able to make something out of this. I don't know. He's gonna have to get past that base artillery. And those sniper planes. Those sniper planes making quick work of any push that Bradley makes.
Yeah, the air superiority is still there. 10 planes, 2 snipers versus 1 fighter.
Wow. Oh yeah. Wow.
He is
tried to push
is
it.
using that one
Tried.
fighter to bait him and pull him back past his anti-air.
It was really smart. Bradley getting a fantastic push with some anti-air. This could be it, folks. That anti-air is gonna get sniped. He needs a new one. He just needs a new one. Bradley's so close here.
This line is making it pretty far. Now the artillery's coming in.
Yeah, there's no way on earth they're gonna make it past that artillery. The half tire coming in, flanking, can't quite make it. The tank destroyer is gonna destroy it. Bradley needs to get some anti-air and try to support this line.
He needs to micro those tanks to not focus on those infantry. If he takes this
Those
artillery
tanks-
down,
Those tanks need to get rid of that artillery, and they do. The tank destroyer gone. Ah.
oh man, so much money up in smoke.
If he had coordinated with it with an artillery strike, I feel like he could have.
And Naoko able to pull an artillery right back out.
Anyway, if you look back at Bradley's base, artillery coming in might actually take care of this tower. Or infantry, not artillery.
Dropping cargo crate now.
Bradley is definitely taking some map control back, but the main issue that I'm finding with Bradley is he's making these grandiose pushes, and when they fail, he has nothing to back it up. I think he needs to build up a little bit more, and then he can push.
He does go all in on most of his pushes. I have beaten Bradley once. Once. And it was because he overextended a push and I was able to out-turtle it. And then I pushed back.
Oh yeah, this is game. Oh my gosh.
People expecting this to be map 2. Ha! Ha! That's funny.
Rude.
We're
Anyway,
duking
Bradley
it
pushing
out.
up with some anti-air. Those tanks are making work of those half tires, those half pipes. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, boys.
Bradley's plane getting very far into the fighter screen. I'm surprised it made it all the way over to the base.
Ooh, Nakio is actually pushing with that. If he might make it, he took care of the artillery. That tower is going down.
Yep, that was the whole point of those sniper planes. It's a valid investment right there.
Ah, those strafing runs, though, absolutely killing that infantry. He might be able to take down. Let's find out.
Another artillery is back.
Oh my gosh, that tower with a sliver of health. Gonna be holding on for one more push.
Now go down to one sniper plane. Still, and the net worth here, $300 to $100 on the field.
Bradley is just down the whole time. And what's crazy is it doesn't seem like he's down until you look at the because if he pushes with some tanks, which he's doing, Bradley could very well have lost right here.
All right, here comes the tower kill. No? Yes? No? There's the tower kill.
Yeah, that tank is gonna kill it. Oh, he didn't micro it. No way. If this tower survives, no.
Tower's down. Tank destroyer, however, going to stop that push from the tanks. Those
Nakio
Henschels.
needs to do. Yeah, it's smart, but Nakio pushing up with some half tide. I think an artillery right outside that base, pounding on that, and an artillery strike would completely kill any turtling that Sadly's doing right now. Or Bradley. Shit.
He's got 2. No, he lost all of his sniper planes now. No more Henschels for Nauko.
Might not matter. He's still pushing in with the force of an army, which is what he's pushing in with. Bradley has completely lost control of the north lane. If he capitalizes, he could very well take control. As we are approaching a 50-minute game.
The tank destroyer and the artillery are a pretty good way to plug that lane, though. Second artillery coming out. 2 artillery stop any infantry push, so that's pretty much set.
Putting some artillery over there might be able to take tanks, and I honestly think this is it for Bradley. He has this massive reservoir of tanks. An artillery strike could end this right now. Artillery taking shots at that tank. Might be able to finish it off. That tank has to push out.
Nauko's just not spending money on that base utility. Trying to get that V2 in here would be pretty impressive.
I really think that B2 would win him the game. Dive bomber's starting to come in. His fighter screen isn't going to make it, so keep bombing.
Nauko does now have 13 tanks on the field.
That net worth once again showing how devastating that is.
I want to see
He's
it
got all
cross
of his-
400.
Ooh, that artillery behind that tower, making Nakio move it out. Oh my gosh, can somebody please just win? I'm gonna say that with this with this cargo crate, I think Naki's gonna do a V3 or a V2. I think honestly he might do it. That artillery is just proving way too good. If
Oh,
he,
you would for sure. You have to. You have to
Yeah.
send a V2 in at this point.
it's the counter to what he's doing, and neither player has taken advantage. Nakio not going to. It's almost like every single player today hasn't been taking advantage of.
Nobody listens to the casters, man.
Yeah, honestly, man, the casters are the best players. Nakio trying to hold on to this line with 3 tanks. And now he's just trying to move units from everywhere. Bradley turtling as hard as he possibly can. Doesn't have a single, has 1 tower left, and it's about to get destroyed. Oh no, it's not. I lied.
Tank destroyers covering both lanes, plus an artillery, plus an AA. That's a pretty strong turtle.
That's when you use an artillery strike.
Yeah, but the V2, the problem with the V2 is the amount of time it takes to get over there. You have to shoot at where you think they're going to move their units to.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Most likely Bradley could just not do anything. Bradley's starting to push up with 2 tank destroyers. As we break...
Pushing out.
By the way, Phil, we are talking about the V2, which is a base ability, which neither player have used. So if you look in the back, that guy has a rocket, and both have a rocket. And basically, you can launch it at something. And it's really effective for countering turtling if you can coordinate a push with it. Because before you can destroy all of their stuff. But Bradley is pushing stuff out of his base left and right.
Where did all this
taking
money
back
come
map
from?
control. I don't know.
You can
players
only
still
have
towers.
$30 in your bank. How is he spawning all of this?
This is not allowed. Bradley, stop using money hacks. That infantry still holding on.
I think
Yeah,
his
the
plan
anti-air.
here is that he holds his turtle and then he sends these tanks up and just hopes that Nalco ignores him or it doesn't have units at the base. Nalco's circling it with the half tracks here.
Now once again, Nako having taken every single drop, 17 drops in this game, and we're gonna approach an hour here, folks. I might not I might not be able to stay to see the end of the game, which would make me very sad. I gotta go at like 4:35 to work at 5.
Yeah, for those of you folks at home that have been watching, we have been doing this since noon. We're in hour 4 of these finals, and apparently our channel has gotten the longer games, man. They have been some long ones.
I think this is our longest at 52 minutes. My God.
Someone in chat, tell me what the longest match of the season was.
I'm pretty sure it's an hour and 40 minutes. Which is truly ridiculous. I mean, who's plays this game for an hour and 40 minutes? I can't hold my attention on it. I'm used to 5 games, dude.
I mean, how do you even plan out like your strategy for when you've been playing that long? There's crazy
how do
amounts
you-
of money. Like,
How do you like maintain mental? I'm just watching it, and I'm getting tired. I can't imagine playing it.
it's a game of attrition. You're just trying to make your opponent lose or give up. What's up, B-Strick? Yep, 52 minutes and counting. On map 1.
This is the first match. Jeez.
And this is
This is the grand finals, though, right?
no.
Oh,
This
no?
is just round robins.
Oh wow.
This is round robins for today. There's round robins tomorrow, and then there's the round robin finals, and then there's the semis, and then there's the finals.
Is that all tomorrow?
No, that's next weekend is the semis and the finals. Round robin B is tomorrow.
Anyway, I'm amazed that neither is pulling out any kind of artillery or base abilities or anything like that. They're just pushing with unit after unit. It's like they're ignoring half of their characters' units. Yo, remember when you thought this was going to be over in 20 minutes?
I know, right? That's what I voted on.
You think 30-minute games are the worst? You think I've been sitting here for an hour.
Oh, I will say Bradley seems like he's gonna actually get it pushed back, which is impressive considering he's been crammed into his base for basically the entire map. Nalco
Okay, so
has
Phil apparently
11.
is a psychopath. He doesn't like short games.
Yes, Phil is a psychopath. Nalco has over 100 units, 100 infantry on the field pretty much all the time now. 9 tanks, 1 sniper plane. He's down to 5 fighters, so his fighter screen has dropped tremendously. But he has 8 half-tracks now.
If Bradley does this entire push out of the entire map, but this time with air dominance, I feel like he would win it with ease.
Oh, and apparently Nalco got another airdrop crate at some point. 19 drops to Nalco, 0 to Bradley. Oh my gosh.
Dude?
I think it is. I think that the net worth and the drops are a record.
Have we broken 400?
I have not seen it go over 400.
Do something.
They are taking base shots now. Half Track is taking base shots
Tower, this is Hercules. Dropping cargo.
and trying to take out those tank destroyers in the base. And the troop trucks. He's trying to just get those fast mobile units in there and take out things. Here comes the V2.
First base ability in the game is going to be launched.
I think he's going to shoot it at the tank destroyer. Oh, he
No,
shot it at the... He's trying to take down Bradley's units.
Just smart. There's still 3 tank destroyers. It's making it really hard for him to push into anything.
Nalco has 7 tanks. Where are they? Oh, they're all in the mid. And some in the base.
This is single-handedly the longest game
I just
ever
don't-
played and witnessed. It's ridiculous.
I don't know what he needs to do. I mean, Ritter has a hard end game. We'll see.
I feel like he just needed to do some kind of tank push. He needed to get rid of the... He was doing really well. He needed to get rid of the tank destroyers.
Honestly, I think his best bet right now is to get some more sniper planes and take down the base AA with the Henschel flick, and then just send heavy bombers in.
What if he does heavy bombers against the base?
Yeah, I mean, he could do it. The AA will take them down pretty quick though. They may not get off their bombs, and that's a lot of money to spend. To not even
Yeah,
get shot off.
I forgot there's an AA behind the base.
But if
Dude, this guy must be so bored.
Bradley or Nalco now having 20 airdrops.
My god, dude. And we are approaching our first 60-minute game of the day. These tank destroyers are just holding this.
Bradley has 3 tanks out front in his yard. But here come 3 of Nalco's tanks into the front yard, across the bridge as well. And then the half-track's following it up. Oh, here it comes.
Tower, this is Hercules. Dropping cargo crate now.
Pushing all the units back into the base. Nalco's got his tanks, sniper planes, and half-tracks right outside waiting.
All right, if this doesn't finish up soon, I actually might have to go. I have to work in 30 minutes. So that's fun. Anyway, this anti-air is completely demolishing anything. And yeah,
The sniper plane should take down the anti-air. There it goes. There's 1 down.
Bradley back to turtling. A V2 rocket could end it all. We just broke an hour.
Got 2 AA in the front of the base there.
A couple of tank destroyers are really low on health, but they're so hard to get to, it doesn't even matter.
I'm seeing the sniper plane come in, but I'm not actually seeing what it's hitting. Oh, it's taking out the rocket troops.
That could make it a lot easier for him to push down that flank. Infantry is notoriously bad against tanks. Finally seeing another V2. Might be able to push it in. Puts it in the wrong place.
Does not get anything,
No,
but he
get
forced
rid of it.
everything to come out. And now
This could be it.
the half-tracks take down the tank destroyer. The
Tank
infantry
destroyer
and the
getting
half-track.
completely
Oof.
destroyed by the infantry.
The half-track pulls back. Still goes down
He
to the
needs
tank
to get rid of
destroyer.
that tank. He needs to get rid of that tank. That tank destroyer going back into turtling, but that really messed him up. He can capitalize. Oh wait, no, Bradley is pushing.
Well, I don't think it counts as a push if it doesn't make it past mid.
It could make it past mid. A plane trying to kamikaze, but that's not how this game.
That should be added, for sure. For sure. You down a plane and it just, like, lands on something, it does damage. 3 tanks coming in, but the tanks still have to deal with 1 artillery and 1 tank in the base.
Can you imagine if Bradley wins off of this push? Can you fucking imagine? I cannot. Nakio would be so mad.
He's sending tanks out to meet him now, and a half-track and another tank. And the artillery strike's coming in. Boom. There it goes.
Bradley supporting his push. Half tracks coming in to try to stop it. Those tanks just getting destroyed by those sniper planes.
2 sniper planes on the field, and only 3 fighters. That fighter screen down from like 17 at start.
Jeez, that was so many fighters. Oh my god.
And actually, Bradley has 3 up now, so his fighter screen could counter.
That plane pushing in for no discernible reason. Once again, planes trying to kamikaze, but that's still not how this game works.
Bradley now has a bomber, a medium bomber.
Oh, can you imagine how tired Nakio is? He's been playing the same game for an hour. And he had to microplanes the entire time. Bradley gonna take care of that tank.
Ooh, miss.
Half track. Gets countered by the tank.
Now goes pushed back to mid.
Tower, this is Hercules. Dropping cargo crate now.
And as the clock reaches 1 hour, I'm
Nalco
going to have to
gets-
leave you guys here.
Nalco gets number 22 airdrop.
Alright. It's
All
been
right.
fun casting for you guys. I gotta go so I, keep my job. No offense, but my job is kind of more important than casting a VR game. But let me know who wins. This honestly might be the most exhausting match I've ever watched. I truly feel bad for both sides playing.
Yeah, same. All right, have a good one, man.
Alright.
And now you're stuck with me. Just me, only me, all day. But my God, an hour and 5. So far, this is how my day has went. Wake up, turn on casting, cast for 4.5 hours. Gotta love the casting life. Half track push. Nope. Yep. Nope. What, did he just send him there and let him go? The micro, you can tell as the game progresses into hour 1 that the micro control is getting less and less. Quokka, don't tell me that. I don't want to watch an hour 30 game. Oh, man. It's all trip all day. I mean, I'm supposed to be casting, but, like, there's not a lot of action happening, and I don't know. At this point, like, the strategies have all just left my head. I could, if I was playing this game right now, I would literally just be reacting to whatever I saw on the field. I cannot plan strategies at this point in this game. But Bradley's got tanks ready to go. I mean, Nalco hasn't had any really strong, solid pushes. He's just had map dominance and a lot more stuff on the field. I think Bradley's pretty tired if you saw that avatar move there. Bradley looks like he's pushing up through these bridges. He's got an artillery. He's got a tank. 2 tanks. An artillery. Some AA. Here it comes. This is Bradley's last move, I think. I don't think he can keep playing after this. He's got to deal with those sniper planes. He needs more fighter screen and more AA. Nalco also has a lot of units out on the field. He's got 3 tanks there and 2 half-tracks that he's going to let Bradley get past and then hit from behind. Just Nalco's favorite move. Other than the wrist flick with the Henschels. Actually, Master, I'm going to disagree with you. I feel that Nalco has not actually been wasting money. Did the game just break? Oh, no. I think Bradley died.
That team would win. I never doubted it for a second.
I don't know
They
if
have
Bradley
destroyed
left.
the enemy forces completely.
All right, here's the look at that. $8 wasted. $8. That's insane. They had $3,000 of in-game money. I believe Bradley gave up. I'm not sure. But we are gonna have a short break between the next one. Yeah. Well, yeah, my game crashed too, so I'm gonna end the stream, and we'll start it back up when Bradley and them get back in. They are gonna take a quick 10-minute break, so we will be back in a few minutes.